Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sonia, and if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Before we get started today, I just want to give a huge thank you to so many of you who have decided to subscribe to this channel. I look at this channel as a way of sharing about afternoon tea for people who maybe they want to do it, they haven't done it, and they're curious about it, or maybe you'd like to host in your own home and you're not quite sure how to go about it. So I'm hoping that by sharing some of these tips and ideas, we can all exchange those ideas together. Also, I want to thank so many of you who have given me such kind and encouraging comments in the comment section. Thank you so much for that. It is very much appreciated. Okay, so today we are working on Coronation Chicken sandwiches and tartlets for afternoon tea. So let's go to the kitchen. Now, Coronation Chicken was created in 1953 to celebrate and honor the coronation of the late Queen Elizabeth II. It was not originally meant to be a sandwich filling. Instead, it was meant to be a special dish that was served actually with a rice salad of rice and peas and pimento, I think. But in the 70 years since it was created, it has sort of evolved into a tea sandwich very often. And also in those 70 years, the recipe itself has evolved. There have been a lot of variations. If you look up Coronation Chicken, you will find all kinds of different recipes. So this is how I like to make it. So in a medium-sized bowl, I have 6 ounces of chicken breast that I have poached in chicken broth. Now, if you don't have chicken broth or you don't want to use it, that's fine. You can use water if you like. After that was cooled, I shredded it pretty fine. I'll set that aside. In a separate bowl for the sauce, I have 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise or Miracle Whip salad dressing, whichever you like. And to that, I am going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of the curry powder. And then to that, I'm going to add another 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then here I have 2 tablespoons or 20 grams of golden raisins, also known as sultanas in other parts of the world. And so along with that, I also have 12 grams of dried apricots. Now that's about 2 dried apricots, and I have chopped them very small. Okay, and to that now, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of half and half. Now, you can also use whipping cream. You can even use plain yogurt if you want. But I've got 1 tablespoon of that. And then to that, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the mango chutney. And I'm kind of generous with that. I'm not real persnickety about that 1 tablespoon. All right. Mix all of that up. Smells so good. That curry and that mango chutney just smells delightful. Now there basically is your sauce. And so now to my chicken, I'm going to add the sauce. Stir that in really well. Now, as sort of a flavor brightener, if you will, I'm going to do a little squeeze of lemon. Make sure I don't get any seeds. And then I'm also going to do just a little pepper and a little salt to taste. Now, something else I like to add are sliced almonds that I have toasted in the oven for just a few minutes. Probably 5 or 6 minutes is all that was necessary. And I'm going to sprinkle these toasted almonds in there. And that'll give your sandwich just a little crunch. Now, if you prepare this the night before, and you certainly can, I would add in the almonds the day of so that they don't have a tendency to get a little cardboardy in the refrigerator. Now, let's assemble our tea sandwich. White or wheat bread works just fine. You know, curry gives this dish a strong flavor, so I don't think a strong bread flavor like a rye or a pumpernickel would be a very good pairing. But, you know, hey, if you like that, go for it. Of course, for tea, we want to remove our crusts first. And I'm using a sharp serrated knife. It's going down very easy. Right. Now, of course, first, you want to butter your bread with unsalted butter. That gives your filling something to adhere to so that your bread won't pull away from the filling when you eat your sandwich. You don't want to put too much filling in these because, as you can see, you've got the chicken, you've got the sultanas, the golden raisins, you've got the apricots, all of that. If that's too chunky or too much, that can make a rather lumpy sandwich. Now we're going to fill our sandwich. Get that where you can see it. And nice and neatly. When you cut into fingers, and there you are with our lovely tea sandwiches. Isn't that pretty? But here's another idea. You know, a savory plateful of finger sandwiches is lovely. But just to give your tea tray an interesting dimension, these phyllo cups are a wonderful way of having a bite-sized tartlet of Coronation chicken for your afternoon tea. And that gives you a little something different on your savory tea plate, along with your sandwiches. This little open tea tartlet. Oops, making a bit of a mess. Now, I found these in the frozen section of my supermarket. They're pre-baked. You just thaw them out, fill them, and serve. Or you can pop them in a 350 oven for about 3 to 5 minutes and just enough to toast them, and they'll be fine. Now, please join me for tea. And there you have a version of Coronation chicken, sandwiches, and tartlets for your afternoon tea table. I hope you'll try this recipe, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more tea videos. Until next time, bye-bye. Mm.